Yo, what's up? Hello. Tea has been made. We're all set, I think, for the night. Asahi, Andrew, Nick, hello. Coel, saw you here earlier. Don't know if you're still around, but hello. Good morning. It's technically not morning yet. It's almost 1 AM, which, I don't know, I think I'd still consider that night. Or at least, it makes me feel better. But it's the weekend, so, you know, we're okay. Stashify, what's up? Now I recognize your name. Now it makes sense. Because, yeah, I didn't recognize your name at first from Steam, but... Alright, let me switch scenes real quick. Desktop. Missed name drop opportunity. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I thought it might be tacky. I didn't know if that might be just cringy. So, but I mean, it plays into the name, and I did the whole name thing on the Triggerfire name, which, by the way, that I'm like impressed with myself for coming up with that. I was like stuck for the longest time coming up with something that people would, you know, be able to say or remember. Like, for the longest time, it was just called Media Widget, and that was it. And then, yeah, I just had a flash of inspiration one day, and I was like, that's it. That's what I'm gonna call it. Oh god, I need to catch up. New layout seems very borrowed from a specific design. I don't know what you're implying. What am I reading? I did make the starter screen, yes. I didn't make it on stream though. This was something that I did when I was offline, I think. Yeah, because I was like, I can't really start stream with the old stuff. Like, I came back in September and I didn't really want to use the old scene and then make something new, so I decided to just start off with something new because there was it helps divide up the VODs on YouTube. So I mean, if you like scroll through my videos, you'll see that the channel's gone through some very big changes over the last year and a half. Literally my chat used to just be the Twitch window just on the side of the screen. And then I switched to a Streamlabs chat box, which I added profile pictures to. And then I made this one. And yeah, it's kind of just been stuck like that now. Might be looking to do something with Python. Nice. I think Streamlabs chatbot does a lot of its extensions and stuff in Python, which is pretty cool. I did make a chatbot script. Sorry, they have scripts, not widgets. But it was only a very small thing. Stream elements, yes. I'm really impressed with it. Oh, Triggerfire. Thanks. Yeah, it's been really great. I actually have it up here. It's only on localhost at the moment, so. And also it might run a bit laggy because I think it doesn't play very nice with OBS. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but it might just be because the animations are a bit intensive it was actually a lot worse than this. It used to look a lot different than how it looks now. I used an accordion for all of the different triggers, but it was basically having to render every trigger as they were loading in. And although it was working okay on what's it called? On PC, it was running like poop on mobile, and I want people to be able to use this from mobile. So yeah, that's I ended up redoing a lot of it, turning it into pop-ups, and yeah, it's usable on mobile now, so that's good. Having this split down from the top was like really painful, but managed in the end. It does take a second to update, but I mean, if you're only viewing it in mobile, then it should be okay. Am I using a CSS library or all custom CSS? So the library that I'm using for this like design is, oh yeah, I forgot I did that, is Vuetify, because this is all Vue stuff, and a bunch of the other like CSS and everything is just custom scoped. The color palette is from the Twitch redesign, or maybe that's what you were referring to. But it's basically, I plugged in Twitch's purple into the Material Designs color thingy, and this is one of the complementary colors that I'm using. I think it's either complementary or analogous or something like that, one of those terms. Started making animated penguin. Nice. I can't wait to see it. I was watching Sam's stream. Sam was in Harald Heller's video editor, and he was watching Womit and Golas earlier, and there's a really cute penguin in that. I'll see if I can bring it up real quick actually. Marvelous, thank you for the follow. I don't know if I saw it. I have OBS currently minimized at the moment, but thank you. I'm well, thank you. It's kind of late, but that's how all my streams tend to go. But yeah, I made some tea. I think we're okay. I'm going to be trying to work on the widget tonight, this widget. Actually, I think somebody could do... Oh no, I should probably disable that. I forgot that I attached a jump scare to it, so if you did that, you would probably jump scare me all night, and that's probably not a good thing. But feel free to do exclamation Monka, and that might work. Or maybe not. Or maybe I disabled it. Or maybe it's only set to me, I don't know. Oh, well, hang on, let me refresh it again. I think I managed to refresh it in time. Try again. There you go. Permissions haven't been set up yet, so anyone can trigger any trigger. I think the Lionel Richie trigger works as well, which is exclamation hello. Hello. Where you located? UK, yes. Currently in the north, but I'm down usually in the south, at least during the holidays and stuff. Oh, there it is. Volume's pretty decent actually, it's not too loud. Okay, what am I doing? Yes, so we have that. Let me get out of this mode. How do I do that? There's some more things that I'm probably going to be showing off on Twitter, so I won't get too into it right now. You can sort by names and stuff, which is pretty cool. This was originally all for the media, like the media side. Like I had them here, but then I decided that it would probably be a good idea to have it for the triggers as well, depending on how many triggers you have. I don't know if I should maybe cap. I mean, there's a cap for the media side because right now I'm still exploring how I should be hosting assets and stuff. I do have an instance or S3 set up, so I could host on Amazon, but then again, it also means that I'm anticipating quite a few people to be using it, and I think I only get something like 2,000 put requests a month. So basically a put request is uploading a file, so 2,000 files a month for free, but I'm kind of anticipating that people will go over that, in which case they'll start charging me. So right now I'm just doing it on my site, but I'm routing it through Cloudflare, so that would probably help in terms of caching. 50 megabytes is fine for a free service. You know what I'm about to say next though. You see, I was thinking that as well. Like, I mean, it would be free, like a tiered version maybe, but obviously I think subs should count as already having that because you're already giving me money. But yeah, like another tier that would allow you to upload more. That's still all in the distant future, though. I think monetization. See, I don't want to. I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how the widget actually works. Like, in terms of people using it and all that. I had to rush add founders thing, so that's a thing now. Because founders apparently don't count as subs. Well, at least I sent a note to myself because but I sent it to Andrew because I was on a university computer. I didn't have anywhere else to send it to, so I just sent it to Andrew. But founders don't count as subs anymore, which is weird. I mean, in the API wise, they're their own key, so I mean you can technically count them as their own rank, I guess, which is pretty interesting. And then you can like select specific what's it called, ranks. But yeah, now we have to actually do something with it. So basically all of that site ends up going to this link. So this is the main root, and then this is the Stream Elements account ID. So basically the widget is plug and play. You don't have to insert a token, or you don't have to like copy paste this or that. You literally just have to copy the widget to your overlay, and it just works straight away because it grabs your Stream Elements ID, which the widgets don't come with it, but you can query the username and then get the account ID from that. So it's super easy to set up. And then once you have that, you can... Oh, I found the penguin. He looks like this. He's super cute. He's supposed to be the evil guy, but he's also super cute as well. And he wears a rubber glove as a hat because he's undercover. Refactoringui.com picking up this weekend. tired of relying on Bootstrap? Learn how to design awesome UIs yourself by using specific tactics. Ooh. You're moving on from Bootstrap. I've tried to ditch jQuery. Actually, for this widget, I'm actually not using any jQuery at all. I actually tried to make a pseudo jQuery with this, which I mean works because you can just use it as a selector. But I decided not to do that because it's not that important, and all the Stream Element widgets come with jQuery anyway, so in the one instance where I might need it, which I don't think I will because everything's been okay so far, it should be okay. No more grid libraries for me from now on. CSS Grid and Flexbox are fine and even better. Ah, nice. Yeah, Flexbox has been amazing. I haven't used CSS Grid too much. Actually, I don't know if you were here for the stream the other day. We were trying to work on this, which is using CSS grids. It picks up all the latest followers and puts them into a grid, and I'm planning to do something with it at some point. The animation seems to be running better now, so by the way, these are all hard-coded because I didn't want to have to keep querying the Twitch API every time I wanted someone's profile pictures, because I was having to refresh quite a lot. So it's not up to date, but these were like the followers from the other day. But yeah, it's super powerful, and works with like all sorts of other libraries that you can do animations with and everything. So yeah. Also, I don't know what you did to my timeline, but for some reason I'm getting a lot of React Academy courses coming up on my Twitter timeline. I feel like you've done something. There's this one course that keeps coming up, which is like learn how to build WhatsApp with React, like rebuilding WhatsApp. Something called Reason. I don't know what that is. Reason React. Reason React. Syntax extension and toolchain. I don't even. Yeah, React is a whole other thing that I'm not going to get into just yet, but something that I want to move on to eventually. Getting to do Vue has been a really good experience though. I did no such thing. Yeah, well, I know you're one of those React people, so it's possible. I'm just saying. But yes, going to this, basically the whole site ends up outputting this, which is basically all of your triggers. There's an array, so this only returns triggers that are true, enabled. So if this isn't enabled, it won't show up obviously when you call the endpoint. And this endpoint is designed to be public, so I don't mind like people going to it. It's going to be used in widgets. Everything else is well, it's not private, but you do need authentication. So yeah, I haven't designed it to be an open API or anything. There's cores required, so you can only interface with the endpoints through the site itself, and any calls from outside won't work. And yeah, I don't really see any need for people to like interface with it. I'm not like an actual website trying to provide an open API. I don't know, maybe in the future, but that would probably require OAuth and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not prepared to set up right now. But yeah, so there's media, which has the URL for the media, which I'm hosting on the site. All of the uploads are created with a UID, should be unique, and everything else is there as well. And then I can just plug that in. So basically I have to build the widget around this endpoint now. I have a bunch of it kind of done. The next step is to do all of the permissions, and then also I need to sort out all of the other options. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So taking a look at what I have so far, I basically have a Triggerfire object, which is basically what all of my triggers are going into. I define that up here so it's global. When the widget loads up, I fetch all of the triggers, and then I assign it into that object. It's pretty good. And then what happens here is when I get a message, if Triggerfire hasn't been loaded up for some reason, then they'll just return. Or if a trigger is already playing, so if it's active, then it'll also return, so that won't go through. I don't plan to make a queuing system, so triggers won't just queue up. If a trigger is already playing, then it'll just ignore someone. And that's probably the other thing about like making it point based, which I unfortunately can't do at the moment because Stream Elements doesn't have an open. I mean, it's in beta, but I don't think I'm allowed to use that, so I'm not going to. And then I assign the message data into message. I split the message up into words. Then I check the first word. So for example, you can do, that means that you can do Monka and then some other thing and it'll still trigger, instead of requiring the message to be just Monka. Because I know some people like to attach messages like this and still want it to trigger. So that's something that I'm going to allow people to do. And it shouldn't trigger if it's later in the message. So yeah, the message has to start with the exclamation mark, and then the word is converted to lowercase, and if that equals the command, then that's the thing. Kazlo, what's up? Like what? Give me scene changes and triggers. Yeah, that won't work, Kappa. But you can do it the other way around. And you can shout if you really want to. Oh, you know what? We should make a Kazla one. Let's do that. I still have pictures. I don't know if this is gonna work on localhost. It might. Oh god. Is this a big image? I feel like it's a big image. Oh, it works. Okay. No, you. Hey, look, it's Kazla. Let's see. Hey, there he is. Well, that's Bradley. Everyone knows that. Kazla is the one. You said Kazla one? Not that tool. I don't have a thing of Kazla, unfortunately. I only save pictures of Bradley because reasons. Kappa. Where were we? I can't get too distracted tonight because I actually have to make some progress with this. I did promise before Halloween, so I might have written myself into a corner with that one. At worst, I could probably just release it with basic functionality and then update it with the advanced stuff later on. Because there is an advanced tab where you can do some pretty advanced things, which I won't dive into right now. But there are some interesting options in there. Right now my focus is getting all of this stuff working. So I think tonight we're going to be focusing on getting the user levels running and the cooldowns. And maybe the size. Get a room already. I'm pretty good, thanks. I hope you're well too. I was actually playing, it's weird. Ever since you introduced me to Killer Queen Black, I've just been playing it like every day. I haven't played ranked yet. I haven't gone back to it. I'm a bit scared to do it alone. I think you need a team for it. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Nitro games are actually gone now, but all of the claimed games are still in my library, so that's actually pretty amazing. I think we get to keep them, hopefully. It would be weird because they only announced it a few days ago, and then a few days later they said that they were obviously closing Nitro games, so it kind of makes sense that we get to keep it. But yeah, maybe I'll stream some at some point actually, because it's on PC, isn't it? And I can stream from PC. Because I know a lot of people are playing on Switch. Sweet Money, what's up? Look, thank you for the host. I don't know if that popped. It probably didn't pop up on the alert. Oh, that might also be because... Oh no, I do have host alerts. But Stream Elements is weird with hosts. So that's also a thing. Anyway, enjoy your luck. I might have some time this weekend if you want to play again. Sure. That could be fun. I got forced to be queen a few times, and it was pretty embarrassing. I did better than I thought I would, but I still prefer to be worker or soldier because it's, I don't know, there are more things you can choose to do, whereas when you're a queen, everyone just goes for you. It's kind of sad. Yeah. Now, where do we go to? So, this is something else that I was concerned about, because I know that... how should I describe this without giving away too much? Okay, I'll just say it. In the advanced options, there's options to add keywords. So, you can actually add regular words instead of using commands, and that'll trigger it as well. But I know that since you can have the same keyword in different triggers, potentially 2 triggers could go at the same time, which is a big no-no because that could get chaotic very quickly. So I think what I'm doing at the moment is just iterating through the triggers, which I don't think are any in particular order, so maybe I should make them in like last updated order or something. Or maybe I should return it like that. Then I don't have to do it on the JavaScript side. And then when it matches a trigger, it'll break. So it'll stop the loop and it'll just use that trigger. And I think that's the best solution. And obviously there are going to be other conditions for allowing a trigger to activate, which I'm probably going to get into at some point. So things like keywords and aliases, for example, if it doesn't match the command name straight away. And then here I have the main player, which is the media player. I've written it as an object with properties of methods, a state. This isn't really object oriented because JavaScript isn't really that kind of language, and I know people get frustrated when you try to treat JavaScript as an object oriented language, and I don't want to get frustrated, so I'm just gonna do what I can with it. There's one, so play is basically the function that takes in the trigger itself, and then depending on the trigger type, it'll either make an image, or a video or a sound, and then these are the helper functions which actually create the object itself. So for the image, for example, I'm creating the image element, a video element, or a sound bite. The sound one is slightly different because instead of instantiating a new audio element every time, which would be bad because you can't actually remove them until the garbage collector decides when, and I don't think you can control that, or at least it's probably a lot of effort. So basically all I've done is I've created a source sound, which is just a regular HTML5 audio element, and then I'm basically just changing the source of that sound, and then replaying it. So I'm just reusing the same element, which is, I feel, much better. And yeah, and then I have event listeners to listen for when certain things have ended, and then depending on when they've ended, it'll animate the thingy out and all that jazz. So yes, the next step is probably to do permissions. Right now, permissions are returned like this. So there's a category and then there's levels. I probably could have done them as numbers. So I think Stream Elements does user levels as like 100, 200, 300, stuff like that. And I think the reason for that is because when you compare two numbers, you can easily check if one is greater than the other. So if something is set at level 500, for example, which I think is mod, if that's greater than someone else's user level, which is like 100, then you know instantly that they don't have permission, because 500 is greater than 100. 100 being the user level for regular users or regular viewers, and then I think the broadcaster is like 1000 or something, which is obviously greater than everything else. So the broadcaster can do everything, which is what they're supposed to be able to do. I probably should have adopted that method as well, but I wanted people to be able to define specific user levels. And I don't know, I came up with a different solution, which is basically just to define a short notation of that rank. So B is for broadcaster, for example. E is for everyone. And then all I need to do is translate those letters into ranks, and then I can just check if they exist or not. It's something that I've done in other widgets, so hopefully I can implement it here as well. This is slightly different because in the past I haven't had to store user ranks as notations and then like convert them back, but yeah, we'll see. Let me actually disable Scream as well, because I don't want people to be jump scaring me with that either. Let me just take some tea. Alright, let's see what we have. So I know, oh god, I don't like how this automatically sizes down. It's a bit weird. I probably should make my next stream on the university laptop because this is lagging slightly. It's probably not too great. Okay, so I think, we're gonna have to do, we can't use guard clauses because there are other conditions to consider. So for example, if it doesn't match the user trigger command name, we can't just instantly return and instantly say, oh, it's not this trigger, because there could be other factors. So, but the user rank is something that will always be something to consider. So maybe we should make that the first thing that we look at. Because if they're not the right user rank, or if they don't have the right permissions, then they shouldn't be able to use the trigger at all. It doesn't matter if they've used a specific keyword or if they've used the command name, they can't use the trigger because they don't have permission. So I think that should be the first thing that we check. Okay, so let's just console log the user level category. And let's also do levels, just so I can see what the thing is. So if I do Monka E, B, okay, that's fine. Let me just get rid of the other console logs because I don't actually need them right now, like this. And that. Okay, so E is for everyone, so that means that the person should be able to use it, which is fine. If it's not E, then we need to consider the things. So maybe we should convert I don't know which way we should convert. Okay, let's log the other thing, which is the badges. So the message has a bunch of badges. For example, the broadcaster badge, the sub badge, VIP badges, which look like this. So there's broadcaster, subscriber. I have the good luck have fun pledge badge, which is also a thing. And we also know, thanks to Asahi, that there is a this comes up as founder as well. So I think we should be able to just translate those. Or maybe I should do it the other way around. Actually, I think doing it the other way around is safer. I can convert the letters up to these, the full names, and then compare them. So if I do this, for example, messages, badges, map, badge, type. And that should give us, not that, because I haven't actually did it. Oh, I didn't update the code yet. I keep forgetting that I have to keep updating this. Oh god. And it's lagging. I don't know if there's a way to get around that. I could use Chrome, but I feel like that would do even worse. There we go. So we have broadcaster, subscriber, good luck, have fun pledge, badge. And then I can convert these up. So what I think I should do is if trigger user level category, I keep spelling category wrong. Category equals E, which is for everyone, then it should be able to go ahead. Or, and this is where it probably gets a bit complicated, or if, maybe we should have a specific function that does this. I need T. Okay, yeah, let's make a function. Has permission. So we'll make a function called has permission, which will return either true or false, depending on if the person has permission. And we'll say, we'll pass in what should we pass in? We'll pass in the user's rank. We'll pass in the user badges. So user badges, and we'll also pass in trigger. Trigger permissions. I don't know what to name it. Badges required. Badges required, maybe. Hey Kiba! Wanted to stop by and say hi. I'm really excited about Shakefire. Me too! Thanks for stopping by. It's really great to see people pumped up for it. Hey, type exclamation no you in chat. One word. Also, hope you're doing well. Having a great Friday night. It's the weekend. Oh, yeah, you like as in, what's it? Like the letter U. Sorry. I was trying to be memey. Yeah, like that. I don't know if it's actually going to trigger bookers. Oh no, I didn't have the thing on. Wow, that was anticlimactic. I apologize. Wait, it should have worked. Or is it because I don't have the thing set up? That's... Oh no, it's because I disabled it. Okay, yeah, it was supposed to be Kazla. Whoops. But yeah. I mean Bradley, not Kazla. There he is. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it as well. Pretty excited to see what people do with it. And you can attach a sound to it as well, or you can have like a WebM. And yeah, so I could probably attach somebody's screaming. Psycho Scream is one that I already have uploaded. Let's save that. I'll refresh this. Yeah, that's what happens. And everyone just runs. Except me. Except me. I'll get rid of that sound. It's mean. Kappa. Video is all working. I was originally gonna have the videos play like similar to the GIFs. But I found that with like a couple of videos it was getting a bit laggy, so I decided not to do that. But you can preview it when you're like using the thing, so there's no need to have it play constantly. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I just actually have to make the widget itself now. Right now we're just working on trying to get permissions to work, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff to do, which I feel like I should probably do off stream actually, because otherwise I'm just gonna get distracted and then make no progress. Which is fine, but I've kind of set myself the deadline of Halloween now. It's realistic, I think. We'll see. Where did we get up to? Oh yeah, so right now we're just working on a function for checking if the person has permission, which is has permission. I might start using it as soon as you make it live. Alright, yeah, sounds good. I'm hoping the site doesn't go down from everyone accessing it. I don't know if that's a thing. Like, Goofer probably knows more about it than I do, because he's the one who hooked me up with the friends and fam discount for the site. But yeah, it actually went down the other day for the first time in like ever, which was pretty crazy. And that was like right before I was about to record the demo, which was really annoying because I needed access to the site to actually do it. Mudkip, what's up? How's it going? It's so good to see you. Be lurking in here watching for the magic to happen. Nice. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're both doing well. It's the weekend. I have to head out and get ready to go get food and pumpkins. Nice. Yeah, my dorm has a pumpkin carving competition coming up, and I might enter, although my pumpkins tend to not do so great. I don't know, maybe I'll have to get creative this year. If I come up with a good idea. Head out with Kiba. She already typed it all out. Oh well, I enjoy the pumpkin picking. Hope you get the ones that you want. I expect to see pictures on Twitter of the finished products at some point. It'll have to be a thing. But yeah, I hope you have a fun time. I'm almost out of tea already, which is not a good sign. It's because I talk for ages and then my tea just cools down, and then I'm able to drink it in one go. Whereas when it's hot, I usually just have to sip it, which is I feel like what you're supposed to do. Right. Okay, so has permission. What we'll do is okay, this is where it gets slightly complicated. Trigger user levels. Okay, so basically I think trigger user levels should be... Oh my god, that scared me slightly. I was like, wait, what? I forgot that was a thing. Oh, it's because I didn't update it in Stream Elements. Why would you do that? I could have, like, knocked over something. It wasn't that loud, thankfully. But that was... Okay, we're good now. I disabled the sound. Yeah, I know, but I thought I got rid of it. It's late, okay? It's late. User level category. Category. I'll just say category. Which I can't spell. And then levels. And you know what? I'll just call this badges. Make it simple. Nice and easy. So we have the user badges. So in Kazla's case, that would just be TwitchCon 2019. Actually, I was thinking about making those badges, like the TwitchCon badges, levels as well. But I felt like that might just be weird. I mean, discriminating based on if someone went to TwitchCon or not. Probably not a thing. So we won't do that. And that's just extra work for me as well. We'll do this. Const. No, let required. So required will be an array of badges that are required, and depending on the category and the levels, we'll push in levels that we need. So for example, category can be everyone. Oh, actually we don't need to worry about everyone because we're already, if it passes the test for everyone earlier, then we don't need to worry about checking if they have permission. So what else is there? There's sub. What did I just do? There's sub, founder, VIP, moderator, broadcaster. So sub, founder, VIP, moderator, broadcaster. So those are the letters that denote each of those. And that's the category. Yes. So in that case, we'll want to do push, required push. How should I do this? So here's the thing: if the category is like subscriber, then it automatically includes all of the ranks above it. So for example, if it's set to subscriber, then obviously all founders, VIPs, mods, and the broadcaster can use it as well. If it's only set to mods, then only mods and broadcaster can use it. So technically I should just push an array. Subscriber, founder, VIP, moderator, broadcaster, and then on the next one I should just push less, one less. At the same time, I'm also thinking about how we can optimize it. But I don't know, maybe that'll come later. But that's category actually. So it also depends. There's also another category which is C. So if category equals C, which is custom, a custom category, then we need specific levels instead of this generalized one. So if it's C, then we need specific categories and not all of these. Zach, what's up? This is JavaScript, just regular old JavaScript. It's all just, yeah, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then the fields use JSON, which is what makes the options on the side. Could have just looked at the top. It's all good. It's also down here actually. Wait, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can see that. Okay, so now I need one for specific user levels. Okay, so what we can do is break up levels. I'm Papega. Hi Papega, I'm Dad. Oh god, the dad bot. That's awesome. Yeah, that's just yeah, some regex for the I'm. And then it just replies with whatever you wrote. There's a cooldown of about 20 minutes, I think, so that once people are aware, they can't just randomly make it say something again. And also there's a character limit of, I think, 20 characters, so you can't make it just repeat an entire paragraph, which people have done in the past. And that's just to streamline it a bit more, so it doesn't just do it for every message, because that would probably be not so great. Never seen this program before. I must just be doing extremely basic coding when I do enjoy it. Which program are you referring to? The editor that I'm using, or the Stream Elements thing? But yes, I do enjoy the coding. It's web dev is something that I want to make my full-time thing. So getting to work on these overlays is my way of teaching myself tinkering with web technology, making interesting things, all that jazz. Editor, okay, so this is VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and it is, a lot of people would argue that it's not an IDE. Something like an IDE would probably be more JetBrains, Visual Studio, that kind of thing. This is more of a text editor, I guess, is what people would say. But it's a really good one for web development because it's pretty lightweight. It runs just about anywhere, and yeah, it's pretty amazing, and there's lots of different themes as well. I'm currently using this one called Nebula, which is kind of like a space kind of theme. I don't know, I like it. Yeah, it has built-in GitHub integration for source control. I have quite a lot of pending changes at the moment, but that's something else completely different. There's a debugger, there's extensions, all of that sort of thing. Dark mode everything, basically, yes. If I can dark mode it, it will be dark moded. Unless it's like daytime and there's sunlight streaming into my room, in which case dark mode sometimes doesn't help because I'm like sitting in a completely lit room staring at a dark screen. I don't know, it's a bit weird. So I have this set to light mode during the day. OS of choice. I have mostly only used Windows, which I know a lot of Linux people are going to be upset about, but I mean, I've used Linux for my big data stuff, but that's mostly just for assignments. I don't really have it, I don't think I have it on dual boot either, but I probably should, because I know there are a lot of things that I learned about Linux that make life very convenient, and my web server is Linux as well, so I'm a Windows user, never had the time to dedicate to learning Linux. I mean, it's decent, I guess. It's actually where I learned to switch to Firefox, because all of the Linux computers that are at my university have Firefox pre-installed, and I actually enjoyed using that a lot more, so that translated over into my Windows. And it's kind of guaranteed that if something will work when you build it for Firefox, it'll work on Chrome, because Chrome is always adding stuff. And actually the dev tools in Firefox are a lot nicer. I'm kind of upset that the Stream Elements coding thing doesn't have dark mode, but maybe that's something that is coming at some point. This may be crazy, but I'm constantly switching between browsers. Oh, I don't think that's crazy. I switched between quite a few myself for a while. I was between Chrome, Firefox, and Brave. I wanted to use Brave over Chrome because they're both Chromium, and Brave is apparently a lot less intensive. I'm about to sneeze, hold on. Okay, I didn't sneeze, but now I'm sniffy. But yeah, Brave was good, except then I had to reinstall like everything on my laptop, and I just never got around to reinstalling it, so I'm kind of just using Chrome now. I have Edge, Chrome, and Firefox all on my taskbar. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't use the other browsers enough to need them on my taskbar, so if I need Chrome, I'll just bring it up on Start menu. What do I have on my taskbar? I have Firefox, Windows Explorer, Spotify, Steam, FileZilla, VS Code, Discord, and I think that's it. OBS, I just open up when I need it. I recently got rid of my iTunes because I switched over mostly to Spotify now, which I'm kind of iffy about because I still have my iPod and I haven't really updated it with any new stuff for a couple months, which is annoying when I need to like go out and I use my iPod. I don't have like an unlimited data plan on my phone or anything, so I can't use my phone. And actually I prefer having an iPod to using my phone because it keeps my phone free from like needing to use it for just music and stuff. So yeah. Damn, Twitch is not notifying me of them streams. Well, I guess I could have tweeted it out, but I don't know. I feel like first of all, I try to never at everyone in the Discord because I know that just gets plain annoying and people just end up muting the Discord anyway. So that's not a thing. Tweeting, maybe, but I don't want my timeline to just become a list of going live kind of thing. So yeah, I guess I just have to rely on people seeing the notification or just seeing me on the sidebar, but I don't mind too much. It's not a stream that I have to yell about. People can come watch if they want to. Does it have a headphone jack? My phone? Yes. It's got a headphone jack. Thankfully. God. Everything's switching over to USB-C now, isn't it? Oof. Pixel, what's up? Howister, how's it going? It's been going on for an hour though. Oh, the stream? Yes. An hour and 40 minutes, and I've made little to no progress actually, so that's embarrassing. But yeah, everything's mostly up now. Triggerfire I'm running locally, so you can't hack into my site just yet. Which, by the way, I don't recommend doing. Because I will find you. I will probably not be able to do anything. Except iPhones. Yeah, I'm not an iPhone person. iPods I can get behind because I've had like MP3 players in the past and they have not like aged very well. But iPods are my iPods I've had for oh god, like 6 or 7 years now. It's still going strong. Like I only have to charge it every week or two. It's pretty insane. And yeah, I just use it for music only. It's pretty amazing. American, what's up? Oh my god, I forgot I had those emotes. Know you, Kazla, to take off for the night. Have a good night, my dude. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. Thank you for letting me use your picture. Thank you for jump scaring me earlier with the spooky screams, which is now disabled by the way, so people can't just randomly jump scare me, which Kazla almost successfully managed to do earlier. But yeah, I'll catch up with you soon. Have a good weekend, dude. Setting things on fire, yes. Is that mine as well? Oh, it is. Wonka Extreme. I set all of these like before the summer and I've just completely forgotten what they are now. I should probably rotate them out with some new ones. Just wish I could use more BTTV emotes without paying a monthly fee, because I'd be a broke boy. Have you used? I mean, there are FFC emotes, which are pretty awesome. I think you get up to like 25. There's a bunch of them here in the chat. I think I'm at the max actually. Ah, okay, yeah, the animated ones. Yeah, it's a shame. You only get 5. Yeah, that's bad. I guess you just kind of have to rotate them in and out. Honestly, Twitch should just come out with animated emotes already. That would be amazing. They already have animated stuff for the cheer modes. So the tech is already there. I don't know, maybe they're just, I guess scaling something up like that could potentially be. Yikes. Who knows? Who knows what's going on at Twitch at the moment? Also, is that not... I'll just leave it. I can't really be bothered to update the site anymore. Otherwise I'm never going to get this widget done. Animated tier 1 emotes. Now, I think you're onto something. Just, like... I don't know, it could happen. Like a year ago, Twitch was like, affiliates don't get any emotes, and then suddenly we get 1 emote per tier. And then now people are able to unlock more emotes, which is incredible. Who knows? Who knows where it's going? I need to put my Fitbit back on. I keep forgetting that sometimes I have notifications on my Fitbit enabled and it keeps yelling at me because I don't get enough sleep, which is acceptable, understandable I guess, but sometimes I need to sacrifice sleep to make widgets. It's okay, I catch up eventually. So basically I just need to check this. Okay, so if the category is custom, that means that we've specified specific user levels. In which case we need to now do levels array, and then levels split. So this should give us an array of letters, and then levels array for each level. Oh god. Fitbit, wake up. Basically, yes, every morning. And it's like my arm just starts vibrating. And yeah, that just wakes me up. And sometimes it doesn't disable when I try to switch it off. Like, I'll tap the screen or I'll like shake it or something, and then I'll think that I've switched it off, and then a couple minutes later it just goes off again, and I'm having to attack it just to get it to stop. Okay, so for each level I should do this. Wait. I shouldn't be doing this. That would just push an array, wouldn't it? I should just push elements like this. There we go. I felt like that should work. So basically I just need to push each of these people. So if they're a subscriber, so there we go. Switch, I'll write this out so it's a bit clearer. So for each level, if they're a subscriber, we'll say we require a subscriber. If they're a founder, require a founder, VIP, moderator, broadcaster. Are there any levels that I'm forgetting? I don't think so. Founder, VIP, moderator. This is the custom one that we're worried about. Oh, viewer. So viewer would just be everyone. So basically this would be a way to... Well, maybe I should take out viewer. Oh no. Oh, Alistair, thank you. I needed to check. A VIP, okay, it is VIP. Thank you. I needed to see that. I might switch to Stream Elements just for this. I mean, you don't have to switch the whole way if you don't want to. You can still use other services. All you would need is to set up a Stream Elements account to get the overlay, and then you can just add that as a browser source. This doesn't require any data or anything, so you can still use it with your other stuff. That confused me for a second. Night O'Trim, thank you for the follow. Hello. You leaving the poor viewers out? No, I'm not leaving the poor viewers out. I just don't... I feel like viewer is redundant, because as soon as you enable viewer, all of these other people count as viewers. Unless I define it so viewer is someone who doesn't have any of these other things. Okay, yeah, maybe I should do that. And that's not something I can check for. So maybe if your array is empty. Oh no, that doesn't work because someone might have the turbo badge and they would be premium, like American. Also, I need to filter out these other events. Where's... There it is, premium. So that's something that I can't just do. I was trying to be nice. I actually did that for the instant replay. Ah, okay. Nice. The instant replay I've updated recently, actually. I should make a tweet about it, but it should be performing a lot faster now because it should return clips straight away. I don't know if... I think I have instant clip support here. This is the title. Oh, I forgot. Whoops. I've set it to clip for Streamer House right now because I've been working on some stuff for Streamer House. Never mind. Ignore that. That's actually why I have the Streamer House thingy up there. It was instant though. Yeah, that's true. It's lacking the thumbnail because it doesn't actually check to see if the clip exists. In most cases, it'll always go through. I haven't actually come across where it usually fails. So the clip itself is always made, but then it's because what I was doing on the API side was checking when the clip exists, and Twitch recommends waiting for at least 5 to 10 seconds. So sometimes it would time out, which is really annoying. because obviously Stream Elements is like, hey, where's the response? We're waiting for Fire API to reply, and Fire API is like, dude, I'm waiting for this clip. So yeah, I'm just like, screw it. Here's the clip. I don't know if it exists or not. You can check it out for yourself. Why doesn't the empty array work, by the way? Because I have to check that it doesn't contain any of these other ones, because some people might, like American, might have the premium badge. Which means I'll just have to filter it. I'll just have to filter these out, which is fine. And then if they don't have any of these things, then they can be considered a viewer. Premium. It's weird how they call it premium and not prime. You would have thought the badge would be called prime. Because I think turbo is still the name for a badge. Although I haven't actually seen anyone with turbo for a while. Yeah, let's do that actually. So, where should we do that? Well, I guess I can do it in has permission as well. Now I don't know. Because now it depends on where I need to return. You know what? Let's just do this. So if they have the viewer level, then that means that we're expecting a viewer. Push viewer. And then we'll say in the custom, if required contains viewer, then that means that we need to check that badges how should I do this? So let's just make a thing that's filtered, and we'll say badges filter, which is, so badges is basically the user badges. For example, for American, it would be an array of just premium. Oh, you're right, I do have two V's. This is I forgot that I made that I in the thing. I probably should have made VIP I, but it was too late at that point. I think if you have Prime, you can also choose to display Turbo. Ah, interesting. But don't quote me on that. I have never had Prime, so I wouldn't know, unfortunately. Although I know Prime does come with some pretty sweet emotes. Asahi, welcome back. Hello. We're just working on on the permissions side of things. Never had Prime. Yeah, I don't know. I'm planning to get it before my student thingy ends, because as soon as I leave college, or as soon as I graduate, then I probably won't be eligible for the student Prime. So I'm planning to activate my 6 free months of student Prime just before I leave, because I'll probably be around the same time that I start building my PC, and that'll definitely come in handy. So yes, that'll be a thing. But yeah, I've just never had a need for it. I don't really buy all that much from Amazon to like warrant the savings. Cannot display turbo if you have Prime different things now. Ah, okay. Even if you have Prime now, you get hella ads still. I'm pleased to report that I've never, or I haven't seen an ad in forever because of AdBlock. It doesn't work on phone, so I still end up getting subjected to them on mobile. But yeah, my the AdBlock seems to be working pretty amazing. Wait, it's uBlock Origin, which a lot of people recommended. I know Google extensions recently had to take down uBlock because it was actually a fake extension. Like the real one is actually legitimately called uBlock Origin, and uBlock, it just by itself is actually a fake extension that was like data mining or something users. I think it's taken down now, but just be careful of that. I use Prime a lot, so yeah, big difference. Ah, okay. Yeah, then it makes more sense for you. Because an Amazon warehouse is almost completed in my town. What? That must be convenient. I mean, do you need Prime still then? If you can potentially just get... Well, I guess... I don't know the logistics of Amazon, so it could be that kind of complicated thing where you order something and you don't just get it from that warehouse. It's probably from a completely different warehouse, and then you still end up having to wait. So I guess Prime still makes sense. With Prime, you don't have to pay with 1-day shipping. Ah, okay, yeah. That sounds vaguely familiar. I think I get the pop-up every time I order something from Amazon, and it's always tempting. But like I feel like activating my 6 free months of Prime like now would be a waste because it's just gonna go by without me getting anything. And if I had Prime, I would probably be more inclined to buy stuff, but it's kind of that thing of like, oh, I've got it, so I might as well spend money to use it. But then it's money that I wouldn't have spent anyway, if that makes sense. So definitely when I'm building my PC, but probably not for right now. I should know, but I can't get 1-day shipping where I am. Pepe hands. Oh no. Is it because like you live in a more rural area? Just like live in the forest or something? That's how I got my mic and Stream Deck through next day shipping. Ah, nice. Yeah, it does sound like I've never experienced next day shipping, so I can only imagine it's just like, oh well, I'll just go to sleep and it'll be here tomorrow. That does sound pretty amazing actually. I feel like if I experienced that, I'd never want to go back to regular shipping. So there's always that. I got the Prime credit card. It actually helped me get the PC parts I have now. Ah, I think I heard of that. The Amazon, the card, where you like, do you get like cashback and stuff with that? I'm not too sure of the specifics, but I have definitely seen the pop-up for that. It did look tempting. How should I do this? Let's open up a Quokka thingy. Oh no, the dad box strikes again. See, the 20-minute cooldown is amazing because as soon as it as soon as it replies with that, everyone's like, oh yeah, I know it does that. And then they try to make it say something, and then because it's on a 20-minute cooldown, it doesn't reply, so everyone forgets about it until the next time someone says I'm, and then it strikes again. It's amazing. I'm from Canada, so Amazon warehouses are a site. You have maple syrup warehouses, if I am to believe my stereotypes correctly. I'm from Canada, so... Oh wait, I just read that. I'm just rereading the Stream Elements thingy. I want that. Where is my thingy? I could just paste the regex into chat. And then it'll be there for the reference if you come back to the VOD around this timestamp, which is 1:37. Let me see. It's literally just a command that's I'm, and then the regex and the cooldown. So I think I've set the cooldown to be whatever 20 minutes is in seconds. Which I'll paste as well. Oh god, the site is loading so slow. That's lag on my side though. They do exist? Oh, the maple syrup warehouses? I can imagine. You guys take maple syrup very seriously. That and poutine. If you saw Andrew in here earlier, he's from Canada, and yeah, we've had some pretty hilarious interactions. Where is I? Oh, rank should work as well. If you do exclamation rank, that's something I set up a while ago. I need to make that a public thing. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I sent it to Terrabuck, but it's next rank for the next rank. If you want to see what your next rank is. Or, well, there's no list at the moment. But I guess I could make that a command. I'm not lost, yay. Where is the I am command? It might have been on cooldown if you want to try again. I don't think I disabled the thingy. I legitimately can't find it. There's the re command, which I disabled. Where is it? Oh, I found it. Wow, it was ages ago. That's weird. That's very guest. Guest is pretty poggers. You're a guester. I pull out a chair for you. Sit down. Have a meal. I think I made up those names arbitrarily. It's not like related to the stream or anything. It's pretty rad. I'm still looking for this thing. Oh, I found it. Give me a second. Everything is lagging so hard right now. Okay, here we go. Bishop, what's up? How are you doing, dude? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you stream in a while, or maybe you have streamed and I've just been asleep, because I know we're in very different time zones. So usually when you stream, it's like 4 a.m. for me, I think. Which isn't too much of a stretch now, since it's almost 2:30 in the morning right now. Kappa. And here's the Regex. And that's on this cooldown. There we go. Enjoy. I've been playing WoW Classic. Oh, nice. Have the queues... I'm guessing the queues are doing a lot better now, because I was watching a friend stream and it was basically just a queue stream. It's pretty entertaining, but I don't think I actually got to watch any WoW happen. The queues are good now? Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured they'd die down eventually, but it is pretty hilarious nonetheless. It is the dad thing, yes. So that will reply with I'm whatever, I'm dad. And it'll only work for messages that are between 1 and 50 characters. So you can change the 50 to be something bigger if you want, whatever. Yeah. I still need to release the instant replay update thingy, where I'm definitely going to be tagging Bishop, because I'm going to be using that border that you sent me ages ago. I think the last time you were here, we had a really scuffed stream with Pokimane, and yeah, that was that was interesting. Oh yeah, Scream doesn't work. I've disabled it. You can't try to jump scare me, because someone else did that earlier and I almost knocked my tea over. So yes, that's disabled, as you can see right here. And also the Kazla one has a jump scare, which I've disabled. Well, I accidentally attached a sound to it, and then Kazla jump scared me with that. So we're okay. Scream function. Yeah, no thanks. Oh yeah, no you does work. I don't know if I... There it is. You saw it just disappear. We also have Monka as well for Monka stuff. My now current goal is to make a Discord bot. Nice. Oh god, I think I need to disable the Discord thingy. Let me do that right now actually, because that was a test for something else, and I just didn't disable it. Okay, we're good now. It'll only do exclamation Discord. Zach, what are you doing? Thank you for the sub, dude. You're insane. I don't know if the thing appeared or not, but oh, there it is. Slightly late, but thank you. Or maybe my stream is just behind. It's probably that. Hey, look, you have a regular file badge thing. You're a file. You're this file. It's actually what I designed them after, because we do quite a lot of web stuff here, so I ended up redoing that. All the pogs. You seem like a cool guy, and I like supporting cool guys. Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot. When I started out streaming, I didn't expect to actually receive anything back from it. It was just nice being able to share the process of stuff that I do, and yeah, it's been pretty amazing, so thank you. Yeah, we need to progress with this at some point. So when are you going to design a fryer? Oh god. I have no idea. You know what? Very early on in my streams, like this time last February, or was it March or May or something, I was working on a thing for the stream that was called the heat meter, which was going to be something like a fryer. And basically the bar was going to fill up every 4 or 5 follows. I think it was 5 follows. And every 5th follow it would play an animation of the entire screen's just setting itself on fire. I think I got as far as making the bar, and then I just gave up with the animation because I'm not an animation maker person. So that was going to be a thing, the heat meter. And every time we reached a follow count that had the number 69 in it, so like 69, 169, 269, it was going to change from heat meter to meat meter, as in like meat, because obvious reasons. And that was just because of a misspelling that I did in one stream. And then Andrew never let it go, so that was going to be an Easter egg. I could have probably done something phallic with the bar itself, but I ended up not doing that. Let me see if I actually have a VOD of it. I think I do. Finally on my computer. Nice. Hello. Hello to Asahi's computer. Oh my god, so much lag. I'm not sure what my YouTube has become. It's just VODs. There's VODs all the way down, with the occasional meme video. But I kind of like having an archive of everything that we've been working on. It's oh god, there was I made an overlay game as well. Maybe I should bring that back to life. It was a mini game that was an overlay, and I could put 3 viewers against each other. Or was it 2 viewers? I can't remember. 2 or 3. Oh, yeah, it was 3. And then the person with the most points at the end wins, but I spent ages on that as well. Andrew never lets anything go. Yes, he does not. Never forgets. You should bring Pokemon back. Yeah, maybe I should. That would probably involve running another browser source though, which I'm probably not going to do on this PC. Still remember the wars? Ah yes, the wars. It was the door one, the one with the doors. Is this the one? Oh yeah, so this was the I didn't know if I was gonna make it like a thermometer or something. That could have been really phallic. There's Andrew. He was like the only person in chat at the time. And then I ended up making it more like this kind of thing. This kind of like bar. So it's actually gonna look pretty cool. And then I don't know, I just never really did anything with it. I think I ended up getting it into the overlay, but it just didn't line up properly with everything else. And the heat meter. This used to be a whole thing. Like this bar at the bottom. I don't know, I think it's a bit distracting. I used to like animate out with everything else. And then it would go up and all that nonsense. Some guys partnered in Firestream. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we visualize our goals. Oh look, there's Albister. This is so long ago. March 2018. Everything was like red back then. That was the thing. And it all changed. It all changed when the war came. But yeah, this is so long ago. The stream has come a long way since then. I think it was over the summer that I met Scribbly, and then it kind of just went from there. And then I met the rest. Actually, a couple months before that, I was in contact with the Man-Eating Sock because he had seen the videos. So I actually got to know Man-Eating Sock before I met Scribbly and everyone else. But I didn't really stick around too much at that point because I wasn't aware of the character community then. I thought that it was just like FaceRig or something, and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was deeper than I knew. Kappa. Let's do this filtering though. Okay, so what do we have? Let's just make up some data. We have a... So we'll say badges or required is viewer, and we'll say what the person has is, for example, premium, which is, for example, what American might have. So it could either be a viewer or the broadcaster. And what we have is, if required, index of viewer equals 1, then we'll say console log here. So we're here and not here. So basically, yeah, that's because we need viewer. So basically, we're gonna have to check if badges. So what do we have at the moment? This filtered badges filter. I think I need a dictionary of what badges that I need to take out, or I could just do it here, I think. Return the index of, does this work with an array or no? I feel like it doesn't. Or should I do it for each? Because badges might be more than one. How am I doing this? So for example, if this was broadcaster, console log, oh wait, I can't do that here, wrong scope. Filtered. Wait a minute. This needs to be length greater than 0. So if this contains broadcaster, that doesn't get filtered because it's an array, so that doesn't work. But that should be doing each of these, right? Hang on. Are you checking if a string has an index of broadcaster? Oh, you're right. That means I need to be doing it the other way around, which is checking if the array has the contains broadcaster. So if they don't have that, then they're a viewer. Well, let's make this a bit clearer. So if they have a badge, oh, doesn't equal -1? Length than 0? Is this right, or do I need to wrap this up? I don't need to wrap that. I think I'm just doing something stupid, which is probably reasonable considering it's almost 3 AM. Okay, so index of B. This should be fine though, right? Const dictionary. I'll just call it dick. No, didn't mean to do that. Right. Is this just not updating because what is going on? Oh, wait. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Let me just see what isViewer contains. So it does filter it out, but if they still have the other badge, then maybe I should just check if it doesn't equal 1. So that should filter that out. And then length would have to be 0 if they're a viewer, and if they're not. So if they do contain broadcaster, then that means that they are not a viewer. If they have, for example, a VIP badge, they're also not just a viewer because they're a VIP. So they can't contain any of these, and I can probably just replace this with this. so that I don't need to, or maybe I should just make it a separate, for readability, I'll just do that. It's just one extra line. I'm back, had to do dishes. Ah, nice. Gotta do the adulting stuff. Oh, and you triggered the stream on the spot again. See, no one ever sees it coming. Return is viewer. Okay, we're good to go. And actually I can make this a single line, which will look nice and neat. Cool. Okay, so that should work here. Depending on what is viewer, we should return. So if they... I have to be careful here. He calculated it, I'm sure of it. The bot's just artificially intelligent. Oh, got a email from YouTube saying a video has been blocked. Oh, that's my last VOD. That would explain why I didn't see it show up. Wow. Discord. YouTube even. Why? Why? Okay. Where were we? So we have a main function called has permission, which basically we feed in the user's badges. So by this point we've already established, we've mapped out their badges to an array. So it could be like, for example, for Zachary, it could be subscriber and premium. And then category is a string of the, well, it's just a letter of the categories that are allowed, and that's like an overview. So for example, the S, which is for subscriber, would mean subscriber and above, and founder would be the same, etc. So pyramid scheme type thing. But if category is C, which is custom, then that means that the user has specifically selected specific categories. So for example, they maybe want a subscriber to access something but not a VIP, because obviously if they use the overall category, then selecting a subscriber would mean that VIPs automatically get access as well. And they might not want that because subs are paying for something and VIPs are just, you know, honorary. So they might feel that they want only subscribers to access something. In which case they can use the custom thingy. When you're both. The dab. Did 'em dirty. That is for all the generous contributions you've made to the channel. So thank you for that. The Pastebin Pro alone was like worth 4 subs, so thank you. And actually I did mention that I did prefer that over the gifted subs, so thank you. Working in Pastebin so much and using the dark mode has been amazing on my eyes. I don't know if you guys remember this, but before the summer I was actually working on Triggerfire, but it was going to be through Pastebin. I was actually going to be getting everyone to set up their triggers through Pastebin, which would have been slightly insane. I'm glad I ended up rethinking that. Maybe making an entire website is a bit of a stretch, or like an overreaction or something, I don't know. But it's been really great practice, and I'm really glad that I did it because I've learned a lot of things on the way. Just generally the flow of how these things are made. So yeah. The next step is to rebuild everything in React. No, I'm kidding. That would be not a great thing to do. So if you don't know what Vue is, it's basically a JavaScript framework which allows you to make single page applications, which is what this is. So a single page application is where everything is just on one page. So as soon as you load the page, that's it. That's the site, and you can interact with things. The page doesn't reload, so you can flip between this. You don't have to click to go to a different part of the website. That's also a thing that you can do. I think it's routing, Vue router. I didn't need it in this case. Everything's just on one page, so I can be fine with that. Disto, what's up? Hello. What's good, streamer? I'm doing good, thanks. I just finished off this tea, so I'm probably gonna be crashing now, which is probably not a good thing. But I do have snacks, so maybe I'll take a short break in a second and get some snacks. We are working on connecting Triggerfire up with Stream Elements through a widget. So this is the thing that I've been working on the last month or two. And now I am fetching all of this. Basically distills into this, which is the API endpoint that I need to now plug into this widget to make a trigger thingy. So that's pretty exciting. And that's this. And now I just need to, I'm figuring out the permissions right now. So right now it's set to everyone, and that's the thing that we're doing with this. Function has permission. Anyway, hope you've been well. Hope all your projects have been doing stuff. The actions are wider than the images below. The actions... Oh, this? Yeah, that's because I didn't want it taking up so much space. I don't know if that might just be because... that might just be the size of the image. I don't know. It would be nice to get it scaled up properly, but then this gets pushed down and then everything is just monkers. So a smaller image is nicer. Otherwise it all just gets out of hand, unfortunately. Everything gets pushed down. Which is unfortunately the case when I attach a sound, but there's not much I can do about that. That's not a thing yet, Kappa. Okay. Now to this. Oh, you meant the overview? Oh, that's the thing just filling it up. I mean, I could size it down, but I actually kind of like it like that. It's not supposed to fit perfectly. It's the what's it called? The thingy. Like it's the material design. The other ones unfortunately don't do that because they're not responsive images, so they're all just the size of the thing. And this one's just... The site is lagging unfortunately because I think the animations take up a bit of monkers stuff. Doesn't play very nice with OBS, unfortunately. I'm glad I did add the page, the iteration thing though, the data iterator, because I imagine some people will be making quite a few triggers. So limiting by page is probably a good thing. Yeah. I think the smaller images. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It doesn't bother me that much. And having these like this anyway just makes them off. So it's like just a thing. I'm not gonna bother fixing it. It's not that I don't think it's broken. Like, if it was sized down like this, would that trigger your OCD? That's a thing. That's a thing. It's about as responsive as I can make it without crashing the whole thing, so we're all good. It's all symmetrical. There you go. How about that? This is probably less OCD because now everything's just like as a pyramid. Hey, it's all symmetrical. Well, apart from this isn't centered. This would probably trigger my OCD, but it's all like as a bar and evenly spaced, so I feel like that's still okay. We're okay. Everything's okay. Just take a deep breath. We're okay. I don't know if I should make that blue. I think I'll just leave that as red. I kind of like it being on fire like that. Anyway, back to this. So for each level, I'm pushing in that for the custom level, and then I'm checking required for viewer. Okay, so now I can compare viewer to badges, and if they are a viewer, then I can return true. They're a viewer. Otherwise, the category, the everyone would have already been done. Maybe I should just do that here as well. Required. I can just return true. I don't think I even need to break. That way. So that's just everyone, I think. So actually I can just do this. And that will only do that if that's true. What next? Required. Okay, so that will be where I have to do the other filtering. And this one is where we're already doing this filtering. Okay, so I can actually combine both of them. This is an early return if they're a viewer or not, because then I don't need to consider the other badges. So I guess we just repeat the same thing. So let's take that into Quokka and we'll check it out. So for example, if the category, if these are the things that they've selected, so these are the thing that's required, and the badges they have is premium and VIP. Technically, I think the VIP badge goes before premium, so scroll down. It doesn't matter too much for realism. And then I just need to do filtering again. So this would be if they actually have even permission. So badges, filter. I wonder if I should just reduce. I think filter should work, right? This is kind of like oh, this isn't the one. Let me see. So this would need to be greater than 0. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. So if required is if any of these are required and they have that badge, then they are allowed to use the trigger. I think. So that doesn't make a difference if I take that out. But if I misspell that, as in it doesn't exist, then that's needed. They're broadcaster and okay, yeah, that makes sense. So let's do that. That has permission. So actually I think we can just return that. And that should be that, I think. Well, we'll see in a second, I guess. I'll just log as permission. Well, I probably shouldn't name the function and this as well. So in fact, I'll just return this instead of making the thing a thing. Okay, so has permission takes in the user badges, which is what we already have. So I'm going to say const badges. Is that? Then I'm going to take in a object of category and levels. So trigger, user level, category, and levels. Trigger, user level, levels. So that should be that. Actually, I'm going to assign this to a has permission. Oh wait, that's the name of the thing. Can do. I'll just say that for now. Okay. And okay, so I'll be doing it for each trigger. In a for of loop, you can continue, right? Or is that a for each? For of continue. Because break is the one that's used to break out. Okay, yeah, so for loops work in continue, sorry, the continue statement works in for loops. So for of should work in that as well, which is fine. It's because I was originally doing this as a for each, which is, I guess, not a for loop because it's one word. And then I tried to break in that and it didn't work, obviously. So I ended up switching to for of, which is a new ES6 way of iterating over objects, arrays, sorry. And it seems to be working pretty well. So this will break because I've matched a trigger, and obviously I don't want it to keep checking other triggers if I'm now triggering something. So what I'll do here is actually just continue for debugging purposes. What's the point of char at when you check the whole command after? That is a good point, actually. I think I don't know if maybe in the back of my mind I thought that just having that as a initial check would be somewhat more optimal, because I would only need to be checking the first character, but since I do have it hard coded there, I probably actually don't need that. And even if it were saving any time, it probably wouldn't matter at all, because it would just be a millisecond or something. Okay. I'm continuing early because I only want to see what the thing is gonna spit out. Okay, so okay, so that was three triggers for each, and we can use that for each. Okay, so that's fine. So let me make no you a sub command only, and then if some guy tries it again after I refresh this, because it only pulls after I refresh it. Try now. Nice. Okay, so this makes sense. Okay, and Asahi just tried it as well. Thank you. So for Asahi, it did 3 trues because Asahi can trigger all 3 triggers. And then for some guy, it does false for the one that we just changed, and it's still true for the other 2 triggers. And what we'll be checking is that they can. So they first have to have permission, which makes sense, and then the next thing it checks is the command itself. So obviously, you do have permission for the other triggers, but you haven't used the actual trigger keyword, so that doesn't trigger. That makes sense. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just say has perm. That almost sounds very wrong. If they don't have permission, then continue. Otherwise, proceed to check what command they used. I feel like I should probably do more testing though, actually, so let me do that. There is probably a loophole somewhere that I haven't thought ahead enough of. No, you bypass. I'm here if you need me, just figure out some more animation stuff. Okay. Well, let us know if you get stuck on anything, because there's some other knowledgeable people in here, not me, that could probably help you. I have a question. If your code isn't working in Stream Elements with JavaScript, how do you see what is going wrong? I mostly use the console. I think that's the only thing that works. You can't do console warn, so you can't see. I know that console warn and console error give you the stack trace, which unfortunately you can't use warn or error, so you can't see that. I don't think the debugger works either. So I think literally you only have access to console log. You can still try catch any errors. I think you can log those. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. And yes, the DevTools is F12. Oh, that's right, because you said you were coming over from Python. So console log is basically the way to log to this bit, which is what I'm doing now. Which is like this. It's technically not a very efficient way of debugging, but it's like the most understandable, I think. Like digging through the stack trace in the debugger is just, what you're supposed to be doing is like setting breakpoints and then stepping through things but this is just more intuitive for me, at least. Console log, I'm here. Yes, that is actually what I do. Like, if something doesn't work, what I recommend is setting a breakpoint like that and say console log, I'm here, and you'll see if your code has reached that point. If it hasn't, then take that line out, move it further back, and just keep repeating that until you find the specific point where something has gone wrong. Because then you'll know that is the part of the code where something's tripping up. I think it's a legitimate method. It's basically the equivalent of breakpointing, except probably less efficient. I don't know how much access you have to debugger tools in something like StreamElements, though. I mean, in terms of the overlay editor. Imagine logging to Amazon Echo. Oh god. And just have like Alexa read out the logs. Can you imagine that? You just turned Alexa into your personal debugger. And it just tells you exactly where the error is happening. And it just like reads it to you. I want to know if it's executing my command and how many follow count is. Oh, so you're fetching your follow count from your StreamElements data. It's important to note that there's, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. So I'm not going to assume, because then it's probably not the thing that you're trying to do. So I'll probably just end up saying a lot of stuff for nothing. I tried to turn my Alexa into a speech bot for me. Oh, nice. There is oh god, in my old overlay we did have text to speech, but I took that out because basically I was severely bloating my overlay with just unnecessary stuff, and yeah, everything's just simple now. It will take over soon. Well, I had this other idea with Alexa. I wanted to know if I could get Skyrim game from Alexa and send it to chat. Ah, that could be interesting. I don't know if... I guess you would need to dig into what's happening behind the scenes of the actual game itself. So I'm assuming you mean the Skyrim game that you can play on Alexa, but then you want the outcomes to go to chat as well. Don't know if there's maybe a way to like forward. There's probably an API in Alexa where you can, where it like outputs what it's saying in real time to somewhere, and then you could just log that. The only downside obviously is that it would probably be logging everything else, unless you can somehow just filter for a specific events or whatever. TTS is the worst. TTS was amazing. Yeah, there are mixed opinions on TTS. I tried not to have it. I mean, back in the day when I was streaming and I was messing around with TTS, I did have a very active chat, so you know it was pretty tame. But it probably wouldn't work so well here, since there are a couple more people here. It would be very polarizing, probably. Good old days of Russian voice, lad. Oh god, the Russian voice was the worst to understand. it was just the Welsh one was actually very difficult as well for some reason. I don't think the Welsh one was correct. I feel like I don't know. It wasn't Welsh at all. It was like a robot. It would be amazing chat interaction. It would be, but I guess it would only output the message, and I don't know if they would be able to like reply, because then you would just be building a Skyrim bot. Skyrim RPG bot for Twitch would be pretty interesting, actually. Like no voice involved, just chat playing Skyrim. They would be able to like vote maybe. There's something on GitHub for it, but it was overly complicated to work with. Okay. Yeah. Text to speech, speech to text. Things generally pretty, I don't know, complicated, for lack of a better word. It's something I want to look more into, but I would probably have to dedicate quite a lot of time to getting that to work. Right now, I'm actually doing quite a lot of stuff with deep learning and AI. It's actually what my thesis is on. So I'm actually quite interested in how I can apply that to Twitch. I'm not by any means going to make a bot with AI, but making stuff out of data would be really cool. Making like predictions. I know there are some sites that are like, oh, you should play this game at this time for maximum viewership and stuff like that. Potentially using some of the newer deep learning techniques for that kind of data would be really interesting. Cleverbot in chat. Oh god. I remember Cleverbot. There were ways to trick it as well. Actually, the Turing test that I was playing the other day had some really, really fascinating ideas on AI. Well, not ideas, but because they've already been established. Well, I guess ideas. Alexa, what is my current location? See, if I had an Alexa right now, it probably would have responded, and then it would have said it on chat, or it would have said to chat what my location is, and then I would get doxxed, and then, you know, yeah. So that's there's a thing in that. Probably shouldn't just read out random Alexa commands, because you'll probably trigger Alexa. Okay, let's do some more testing. I think I'm going to take a break in a second. I need to get a snack before I perish. Let's disable all of these other... Let's just enable Monka and we'll disable everything else. Okay, that's already disabled. Disable that. Can't wait for AI to take over. There's already a robot that's a citizen. Oh god. That is creepy and cool at the same time. I don't know how to feel about that. It's like... It's weird. I was video editing some stuff for my university, and there was a guy who teaches law with regards to computer science, so it's in like AI and stuff. And like the legal areas around all of that AI stuff is just so fascinating, and it's just mind-boggling as well. Like one of the questions he mentioned in his videos that I was editing was something like, what if a robot or if an artificial intelligence creates a piece of art by itself, who owns that art? Is it the artificial intelligence? Are they capable of owning something that they create, or is it the person who created that artificial intelligence? And just stuff like that blows my mind. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future. I forget a semicolon in my code. Yeah, semicolon isn't necessary actually at all. And actually I went through a phase of never using semicolons. But I think it does help the readability, at least for me. I know in PHP, semicolon is absolutely required. But that's because PHP is parsed in a way that everything can be on like a single line or whatever. So it uses that to break up its lines. But no, in JavaScript, you don't actually need it. And I think it's quite a hot topic. Like, there are some people who are definitely against it. But I like it. Like, you can read along a line and you can see where something clearly ends. Like this. Apparently in TypeScript, it's actually safer not to use semicolons. So TypeScript is basically a language that compiles to JavaScript, and it has type safety. So a lot of people like it for that, because then it's harder to go wrong, which is a good thing for in object-oriented programming. I used a bunch of TypeScript when I was making QuadScript, which is my first and probably last Visual Studio Code extension, and it's just a language thing for Quadrilateral Cowboy, which some of you have probably seen. I don't know how it's got 266 downloads. Like, I want to meet these people who are downloading it, because honestly I don't think there are that many people who are modding for Quadrilateral Cowboy. So I don't understand what's up with that. I think it's just artificially inflated numbers. But I really don't know why they would want to do that, or what purpose that would serve. But yeah, the server thing is in TypeScript. Okay, so we have this doing this. Now if I set this to Monka, if I set that to VIP, or if I set that to custom, and then I don't let the broadcaster and I only let viewers use it, then that means that anyone who's not a subscriber, founder, VIP, moderator, or broadcaster, i.e. me, can use it. So only Nick, some guy, and Albert still can't use it because he has VIP. I haven't updated it yet. Give me a second. I have to refresh in this. Okay, try now. Ooh. Okay, cool. It shows up as true. And now if I do it, it comes up as false, because I am not just a viewer. I am more than a viewer. Which is not saying much, unfortunately. TGI Richie, what's up? Hello, it worked for you too. Awesome. So that's all good. That means that I can actually let me test one more thing real quick, which is setting this to be broadcaster. So now broadcasters and viewers can use it. Well, actually, if I take off viewer, actually no, I'll leave viewers on for now, and then I'll take off viewer after this. Okay. Hello, what's up? It should work for me. It worked for me. What is the other one? I swear I've disabled all of them. Oh. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Because this is confusing and I can't see whose names is attached to which permissions, I'm just gonna go message Nick is this. There we go. So now we have the name associated with whether they have permission or not, because this is just seeing true or false is not very convenient. Okay. It doesn't like its master. Okay, so wait, why is it false? I thought I saved it. Am I not a broadcaster? What the hell? Okay, so it's true for everyone else, which is expected. And it's false for me. Why? We need to investigate. So it's a good thing we did more testing, because this kind of thing happens. And when it happens, it's not great. Okay, let's do this. We'll log at the bottom here what required is and what badges are needed. So yeah, let's do that. Actually, I'll go log. Oh, I don't have the username here. That's okay. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. I don't know why that is. I thought it was filtering correctly. Wait, is that not even going through this? It should be. Oh. It's because has viewer is returning straight away here. That's overriding the other check. That's a problem. So if viewer is enabled, so viewer needs to be its own thing is the problem. Viewer should be everyone. See, that's what I was thinking, but then then it's redundant, isn't it? Because viewer would then encompass subscriber, founder, VIP, and then it may as well just be everyone. So I may as well just take viewer out. But I wanted viewer to represent someone who isn't any of these other things. So it would be only for new people, for example, only for someone who isn't a subscriber, founder, VIP, or moderator, or broadcaster. So it's exclusive, if that makes sense. Like, all of these are supposed to be exclusive of everything else and not inclusive of everything above it. And I feel like that would be useful. Or just having the option there would be useful, you know? To specify someone who isn't, who doesn't have a rank in a stream. Then don't return if viewer is false. Oh yeah, that would make sense. You'd only have to return. You'd have to check if required is only viewer. Huh. Oh god, I probably shouldn't be thinking about this at half three in the morning. My brain is melting. Okay, so we've checked. We've gone through all of the badges. Well, if we're already checking here, if required does contain. Oh, maybe if it only is viewer. Okay. So maybe I could just do if required length equals 1 and required 0 is viewer. And that would avoid having to go over the entire array. Even though performance-wise it probably doesn't make any difference. At least for this tiny size. Wait, but that wouldn't work for viewer if other ones are added there. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a quick break and grab a snack, and I'll have a think about it over while I'm having a snack, and then I'll be back after that. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to be able to concentrate for at least getting through this. I want to at least get through adding permissions and maybe cooldowns. But yeah, I'll be back after this short break. Thanks for hanging out so far, everyone.
felt this way before. Love like an endless feeling, ecstasy forevermore.
And I'm back. So, I think I've recreated the problem in the Quokka script. So that gives us a good place to try and solve it from. Let me switch back. So what we have right now is, if required, is VIP, broadcaster, and viewer. And the badges that they have are broadcaster and premium. Then if this contains viewer, then it'll go through all of this, and then what it'll do is it'll return false, which is why it was returning false for me. But if it goes all the way through, it does actually return true, because obviously this. But this is an early return, which isn't working out. So if I take out viewer, that doesn't run obviously, and it returns true. So that's the thing that we need to fix. I think what I might be able to do is instantiate this up here to be false, and then set that to by like this maybe. Basically I need to be moving from here to over here. So what if I do, that's still false, but that should be true because obviously I'm broadcaster. So if I take out viewer, it should still be true. Viewer is still true. If I take out broadcaster, then I just need to be a VIP or a viewer. That should be false, which it is. I don't know how. That seems to work, right? I don't know. I can't tell anymore. This is 4 AM brain talking. I just don't like having is viewer by itself because it feels like I need to be checking if it contains is viewer, which I'm doing here. So I thought like keeping it self-contained like that. But then obviously it doesn't work because I might have other things in the array. That works. Do I even need to have this up here like this, or can I just go like that? I feel like I do need to have that up there. I don't, because this isn't a function, so the scope is... Or if I scope it here, will that... I was going to suggest adding viewer to where you check the rest of the badges. How do you mean? Like here? Or do you mean... Oh, the dictionary. Wouldn't viewer be the same as how you check if it's a subscriber or whatever? Well, technically no, because viewer is the absence of subscriber. It's not like a badge or anything, unfortunately. So I can't actually compare or like check that with anything. Check empty array. But the thing is, the array might contain other badges like premium, or like the badge that I have, which is the good luck have fun pledge badge. So the array isn't always empty. But we do need to check that it doesn't contain certain other badges like the subscriber, founder, VIP, moderator, or broadcaster badges. So the only way that we can check that is by filtering out those existing badges, because then we know for sure that they're a viewer, because they might have other badges. It's the problem. As we saw with American. I do need to double check something though, which is this. So this is where we're filtering that. If I take this off, I just want to see what this is returning. So that's broadcaster. That's returning the one that exists here. So if they only have a premium badge, for example, then it's empty. So it basically converts this to the empty array. Otherwise, it remains with any of these badges that are in the dictionary. And then that's what we check. So, yes, that thing. Okay, let me pen that back on and then move this out. So here, that's the same thing. What am I doing? Oh, I need to do... Okay, so don't return. I don't like having this here like this though. I don't know. Return as perm is a viewer. Does that? It doesn't. So I don't know. For posterity, I'll just do it up here. Why is that still not being read? Oh, because it needs to be read. Wait, it's read there. So why is it saying that its value is never read? Hello? I think that might just be a scope thing. I don't know. What if you have has perm equal to is viewer, and if it's false at the end, equal it to if another required badge is there. Can't really think. I mean, if we do this, that's false. Okay, so let's check the case. So if required is VIP, broadcaster, and viewer. So broadcaster is there, so it should be true. So what this comes out as false. Because they're a broadcaster, which means that they have some kind of rank. Obviously, they don't qualify as a viewer. If it's false at the end, equal it to another required badge. So what would that be? Like, has perm? I feel like this is functionally the same as if I just had the thing over there though. If I take out broadcaster as required, or if I take out this, I should count as a viewer, so it's still true. If I take out viewer, then I take out this. That's still true. Okay, wait. Let me set this back to this. Because I think this works. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so we require them to be either a VIP, a broadcaster, or a broadcaster. With a broadcaster, so that's true. If we don't have the broadcaster, then it's false. I mean, add const has perm false above, then has perm the is viewer statement, and then at the end has perm equals has perm wait, has perm equals has perm is either true or the original. Huh. In what way would that be beneficial over what we have at the moment, though? VIP broadcaster. Well, this seems to work at the moment, I think. So if they're a VIP, so broadcaster and VIP is required, but they only have a premium badge, which isn't even like a badge that we check for. That's false, so that works. Or if we allow them to be just a viewer. Oh wait, I've done has perm and has perm. Has perm and is viewer. Oh no, that didn't work. Oh wait, is that because I don't have this on? Okay, so I do need a reference to it. Okay, so we let them be a viewer so that this premium badge by itself works. If they have a different rank, like founder, then they don't qualify as a viewer, unfortunately, because they're a founder. And if they're a moderator, they also don't count. So moderator is false. But if we have the good luck, or if they have turbo, they count as just a viewer, because these badges don't mean anything. Like TwitchCon 2019, they can still count as a viewer. As soon as they get VIP'd, oh no, still works. Wait, why though? Something broke. I wonder if that's this. Has perm. Required has VIP. Oh yeah, you're right. So they can either be a VIP or viewer. Okay. Yeah, actually that makes sense. Okay, thank you. I was in a panic for a second there. Just an off-topic question. The intermission and start screen code, is that something you share? I haven't shared it anywhere, I don't think, actually. I mean, it's... So what I'm using for that is, what am I using for that? I think it's just Pixie. Yeah, I think it's just Pixie. I think I've opened it a few times on stream before. It's nothing like special or anything. It's just grabbing the... So this is the starting one. I have a few functions for drawing the text. Something that picks up my current playing game, gets the game image. I'm using a GitHub library called Get Palette, or it's called Vibrant. Sorry. So actually the wait, that's the wrong scene. The text, not the text. Yeah, the text. The color of the text for the game is changes depending on the color of the box art, which is pretty cool. So that science and technology color is one of the colors from, or it's like the main color from the box art there. And there's different kinds of colors you can pick, like you can pick the darkest color or the most vibrant color, I guess. I'm just going for the lightest one because having something too dark against the dark background doesn't really make sense. And then the intermission is pretty much the same thing. It just cycles through a bunch of the things, and then I have a bunch of different like flavors, which I call them. Oh, which is just a lot of lines that I wrote out by hand. And yeah, so I'm using Pixie.js, which is a canvas library for making cool graphics. And the thing that I really like about Pixie is that you can easily and quite accurately calculate the height and width of things because it's all painted onto a canvas. So for example, when you see the intermission lines, like clipping streams, that's a certain height, and then I just add that to an offset to that, and then that's how eating cake adds up. So that's all dynamically calculated. So for example, some of them take up 2 lines. I don't know if the next one will. Let me refresh it actually. Clipping streams. I need one that's 2 lines. It's probably not going to give me one with 2 lines. There we go, 2 lines. So that's calculated dynamically, and then it just adds the offset onto that. And it's basically just animated like that. I'm pretty sure you could do that with DOM elements as well. Probably be pretty easy, but with Canvas it's really easy to just get local bounds, and the library takes care of it for you, and you just add on to it and stuff like that. This used to look all very different with the other overlay. My older overlay used to be all vertical. I mean horizontal. Again, 4 AM brain. B-movie script intermission. Oh god. Wow, we have 4 double lines in a row. What the heck? That's like, I've never seen that before. Crazy. But yes. It's mostly just a lot of moving text, really. It's probably what I would call it. The yeah, so it's just text. The overlay is just text. Everything else, like the animation, this is all something else. That's this. So I'm not actually animating that with JavaScript, because that would be insane, and I don't think anyone has time for that when you could just as easily make something in After Effects. So yeah, I made that in After Effects, and then this is just slapped on. And yeah. The lottery of intermissions, basically. That was crazy though, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Are you called Twitch API, or are you able to do a stream elements? So I'm not using stream elements for that, no, because stream elements doesn't actually return what game you're playing and your uptime and stuff like that. What I do is I call Twitch API to get my game, and also if you call the streams endpoint, it tells you what time the stream started at, and then you can use that to calculate an uptime, and then basically my uptime is on a set interval which adds a second on. So it's not so every time that happens, it grabs the stream started at timestamp, and then it just pretends that's the timer, and then it adds on the seconds by itself, and that's how it simulates the uptime ticker, which is actually surprisingly accurate. I didn't expect it to be like kind of spot on, but it is. So I mean, when I compare it to my OBS time at least. Are you hosting it local? Yes, I am. It's just a local file. And then I just put that into OBS. And it works pretty well. My ending screen uses Stream Elements. I kind of wrote a minified Stream Elements library for myself because it has my JWT token in it, and obviously I can't share that anywhere. But basically it just fetches my session data. So I'll give you a quick preview, even though I probably will be ending any second now. But my ending one does pretty much the same design, except it shows like the last few followers and their profile pictures and whatever. I need to flesh it out more because I kind of made it in a rush because I needed something that was like ending, and I needed to get back to streaming, but I didn't have time to like make something. And that's why the subscriber one only shows the last subscriber, because I was like, it doesn't show me my other thing, but I need to look into that. So I just made it a single subscriber. But yeah. There is unfortunately some lag because it does use up obviously CPU, and I have quite a lot of stuff running at the moment. But I'm hoping that when I build my PC, I'll be able to run it much smoother. Everything's in 60 frames. It's just the task of actually running it. When I run it on the university computers, it runs butter smooth, but unfortunately I can't install any of the other dependencies that I need, like stuff for streams, Node, that kind of thing. Having everything on my laptop is super cool, but there are definitely some hardware limitations still. Still pretty good considering. I have to make do. Anyway, I think this works, actually. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a few more tries, see if I can break it. So if I don't need VIP, but I allow them to be a viewer, then I still qualify as a viewer. If the badges that I have is premium, and VIP, then it is false. Okay, that's kind of all I need. Nick, thank you for the sub. What the heck? You're insane. I didn't expect you to sub for that, but thank you. I don't really have a name for my thingy subscribers, but yeah. Welcome to the, I don't know, spaghetti crew or whatever. Now let's break it all. Let's not do that, please, Kappa. How many sub points are you at? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I don't want to say. Well, I guess I'll say, but I think it might be outdated. I mean, I don't know if it updates like late or if it's like up to date, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know if it needs to refresh or whatever. But right now, when I'm looking at it, it says 9. But that might be outdated, because with the subs that we've had today, that might be up to like 10 or 11 or something. So yeah, but please don't do what I feel like you might do, because that would just be more pressure on me to find a second emote, which I can't do at the moment because I'm quite busy with other things. And I'm hoping you guys are just supporting me because you want to and that kind of thing. Like, you don't have to, this is not like you have to I literally only accepted affiliates so I could get what's it called, quality options, and what's the other thing? There was another thing. Quality options, and I think it was just quality options actually. But yeah. Yes, there is absolutely no obligation to stay subbed to the channel. Asahi, thanks for gifting that sub to Melly, and I haven't seen that gift sub alert for a while, so that's nice. Thank you. And to Griff, what the heck? Stop. I can see the sub point thing isn't updating, so we might actually be closer to the goal than you think. Oh my god. Asahi, thank you. I'm just in shock right now, and it's still at 9, so it is not up to date. But wow, that is very kind of you to find. Hey, you don't even have your thingy thing there anymore. What are you doing? Oh my god. I don't know what to say right now. I think we're at the goal. You can stop now. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. I felt like you were gonna do it eventually, but I was hoping I could stop you for long enough. Clearly tonight was not the night, but I think that is the second emote. I mean, it was at... I don't know. I guess I could refresh the page. I would lose chat though. Let me open up and let me duplicate it and see. Any second. Oh god, I think it's trying to play the stream twice. Ah! Oh, we are at 15. Thank you so much. That's the second slot, I think. I don't know how I checked that. Is it an affiliate? 10 years later. Oh god. I feel like I should probably get them. Okay, so the second slot has opened up. That's crazy. The heck? I might have to get that professionally designed. The fire gun. I don't know. I mean, that was a very low effort shit post. And that was just for trigger fire. Just Google how to get next slot. Well, it's already telling me how to get the next slot, which is obviously more subscriber points, which, like, no, just 2 is enough. 2 is the realistic amount, and we're there, so thank you. And you know, this isn't all my streams are gonna be, obviously. Like, I have some plans for streaming properly, like once I get a full setup. So when we get to that time, that's probably when I'll be able to be, or feel less guilty about streaming like this. If he receives 35 sub points, he'll have all 5 slots. Oh god. No. Oh, 35 more. See, that is just... I don't think... I don't even have 35 active people who are, like, here all the time. Or, like, you know... like, 10% of the time. Or 50% of the time. Or whatever. So, yeah. Well... That's a future thing. Well, we can always do that in the future. But please save that for your charity event, which I know you're doing at some point. I think. I did target people who appreciate your stuff a lot. That is true, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you for spreading the love to other people in the community who are mutuals. They're awesome. Gosh, I don't think I can concentrate now. Well, we have this, which I think is working. And then we have the other thing. Rocket, hello. I'm all over the place right now. So this was probably a... Wow, Rocket. Wow. Just wow. I already told you that is not the thing that I am. obviously. Kappa. What am I even saying right now? I don't know. It's 4:30 in the morning. This is just getting out of hand. I just added a breakpoint. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to look at chat for a minute or two while I try and at least fix this. Because otherwise, I'm just going to be going around in circles. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to myself. I can see chat out of the corner of my eye. I can see the bubbles going up on the screen. But I'm choosing to ignore them right now so that I can get this working. I'll remove these console logs. Has perm. Is viewer. I don't know why is viewer isn't like logging properly. I'm gonna just double check that I got that right. That's right, and that's right. Okay. Let me just copy this back to Stream Elements, and then I'll catch up on chat in a second. Look at all of these things going. Oh look, there's rocket. If it counts. Okay. That should be good. Melly says hi and she wants trigger fire now. Yes. Oh no, I see a problem. Wait. What? Trigger fire is... Yes. PogChamp. Oh, this is in the wrong scope. Needed to move that up. There we go. Now try. Then you're an otter? I don't think so. Hey look, it worked, I think. And it should work for me. Yay, it worked! Wait, Asahi try. It shouldn't work for Asahi because he is a VIP. And oh! Should the gift badge be a thing? Gifters. I don't think I've ever seen that as a rank though, but it's a badge, so it could be a thing. No, I think that's just asking for too much. I think that's just a rank that probably shouldn't be a thing. Okay, so Asahi's false, so it didn't work for Asahi. And that's because we're excluding everyone who's not just a viewer or a broadcaster. Thank you, that works. So now if I add subscriber and take out viewer, then that should still work for me, and it should work for Asahi, but it shouldn't work for anyone else. Okay, still works for me. Wait, what? Okay, something else broke. Or did it just not update? It's still working. Huh. Oh wait, it didn't update. Did I not save it? I don't think I saved it. Okay, that maybe just didn't update because I didn't save it. What? Did it not update again? Is there an error? I mean, it should be saving. Okay, I think there's a problem here. Let me try setting it to everyone. There might be a problem with the endpoint. Well, it shouldn't be. I don't think it's just saving at all. Oh, okay, I got logged out. Yeah, that's something else I still need to add is catches for when yeah, I need to get kicked out back to the screen. That was something that I was planning to do closer to getting everything finalized. RIP. Okay, well I think that's a good ending point then. I feel like that probably would have worked otherwise. Unfortunately, I can't log in because I get redirected to the actual page, which doesn't exist right now. So yeah, I'll fix that off stream. And in which case, this is probably a good ending point because it's 4:30, and I know that it's late for some of you guys. Not gonna say any names. Some guy. Asahi, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I'm up to the second slot, which is incredible. I don't know what to do with it, but I'll find something. It's probably not going to be Monka Gun because the fire gun, because I feel like that was just. I didn't think that was actually going to become a thing. That was just. I was going to tie it into trigger fire because, you know, it's like trigger, like the gun, and fire, like the emote. But then I never, like, made the connection on Twitter, publicly anyway. Although people who know, so that's the secret thing. Yeah, we'll see. I also may have asked Seb to do an emote for you. You guys. I don't deserve you. No, I can't even speak right now. Almost 6 AM. Netherlands, what? That's where TwitchCon is gonna be. Which is super pog. It was nice meeting you too. Thank you for the sub and stopping by, saying hello. You actually did follow, like, right before I was gonna stream, because your name popped up on OBS as I was configuring it, which was pretty coincidental. Rocket, good night. Some guy. Nick, Asahi, anyone else lurking? And yeah, you've been awesome. I'm probably gonna send you guys over to Lowbro. He has shown quite a lot of love on Twitter earlier today. He ended up going through all of my posts and liking them, which is pretty funny. But yeah, good night. Peaking is on. I haven't actually stopped by peaking for ages. This is early for him, isn't it? That's yikes. Anyway, good night. Catch you on the other side. I'll probably progress on Trigger Fire a little off stream so that I actually get some stuff done. But yeah, good night.